Welcome to Danica Butchery. We are located at stall number 56 at City Market, and today we're here with a new recipe for you. We shall be making some beef and broccoli, and we shall be doing that with some sirloin steak that you can see here. We're going to cut this into nice strips, and then we shall marinate it for some time. We're going to make a very delicious sauce and then toss that sauce together with our sirloin and also with some broccoli, and we shall be serving it with some rice. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut this into strips. So you can cut this into any size you want, but not too thick, and also at the same time not too thin. So we'll just make slices, and then we shall marinate this when we're done. When we cut our meat, we want strips like this. This is what we want to end up with. They are not too thick, and neither are they too thin. So I'm going to put everything in a bowl, and then we're going to marinate the beef. Okay, now that we have our strips of meat here, we are going to marinate this. We're going to add some salt. You have to be very light with the salt in this recipe, because a couple of the things we're going to add are also salty, so just a little bit goes a long way. We're going to add some black pepper, and then some baking soda, just a little bit. This is going to help to tenderize the meat. If you have meat tenderizer, you can go ahead and add that. And then we're going to go in with some Worcestershire sauce. About half a teaspoon is enough. And then we're going to mix this. And we're going to let this marinate for about an hour. Then we're going to make a very flavorful sauce that's going to be cooked together with the beef later. So now we're going to make the sauce that's going to be added to our beef for our stir fry. So we have here some minced ginger and garlic. We're going to add to that about quarter or half a teaspoon of cornstarch. This is what's going to make our sauce thickened. And then we're also going to add to that some light soy sauce. Remember, this recipe has a bit of sauce coming from the soy sauce, so you have to be a little bit light-handed. Don't be too much. And then you can go in with either brown sugar. If you don't have that, you can just use honey. So I'm going to add about 1 teaspoon of honey. Here we go. And then we're going to add some white vinegar. And then some black pepper. And some oil. We mix this, and then we'll loosen all of it with a little bit of hot water. And that will be our sauce that we're going to use for our beef and broccoli. This is mixed. Now I'm going to add some hot water. And that is our sauce. It doesn't look like much now, but you'll see when we eventually add it to the beef. And then for our broccoli, make sure you wash your broccoli, and then you can blanch it in some salted boiling water for about 2 to 3 minutes. Then you take it out of the water, and then shock it immediately in cold water. That way it will maintain its color and remain nice and vibrant for later when we add it to our sauce. So there are a couple of things you can do. If you do not want to blanch the broccoli in the salt water, you can put it in the microwave on high for about 1.5 minutes and it will give you a very similar result. So you can do one of the two. So we are now going to cook our beef. We have a pan here with a little bit of oil, and we're going to add our beef that we have marinated for some time. And then you're going to just leave it alone so it can get a nice crust on the other side. Then we'll turn it over. So we'll just turn our beef. You can see we have a nice color that's forming on the bottom. Then let it cook on the other side as well. Remember, this is not a process you rush, just let it cook in its own time. So as you can see, our beef has gotten a nice color on it. We are going to now add a little bit of onions just for some extra flavor. And then we'll add our sauce and then our broccoli. Now we add the sauce. So if there were any bits of the meat that had stuck to the bottom, this is going to help to lift them up and back to coat the beef. So because we have some cornstarch we added to our sauce, it's starting to thicken. And it is at this point that we're now going to add our broccoli that we have blanched. See how vibrant and green it is? We add that. And we're just going to toss this together with the sauce. A little bit of sesame seeds. And then we're ready to serve. So our beef and our broccoli is ready. Serving it with some plain rice. Make sure you're green. Go in the right. So here's our beef and broccoli that we've made with some sirloin steak, and we've served it up with some white rice. Remember, we are located at stall number 56 at City Market, and that is Danicam Butchery.